It is the morning of Christmas right now. It's about 8:30, and Savannah and I are getting back on the road after a 9-day break in Antalya. Packing everything up. We have the good grain-free dog food that we put in the pedigree bag. It's got the little Ziploc. Get everything packed in there, and then we get going. So we are leaving the city now, and look at that view. Just incredible mountains. Could be anywhere. It could be Sicily. It's one of the best views leaving a city I've ever had. I am definitely struggling this morning, not in the rhythm of walking at all. Thankfully, we're on this beautiful park that follows the coast, so like the first 3 hours to get through this city are just gorgeous. We probably have another hour and a half walking on this beautiful path and then onto the highway, but right now I'm just kind of lounging and really taking my time, just not in the rhythm yet. It's about noon right now. Sav and I have walked 3 hours and we're finally out of the city. We're onto this highway and we're gonna be following this basically down to a little peninsula in about 4 or 5 days and then going back up to another city, Fethiye. And the peaceful walking is over. So we got another tunnel coming up, which is not my favorite, but there's a good sign here. Literal sign. That is always a good sign. We got a couple bikers coming off of here. So, good, how you doing? Walking. That's a good sign too. So it looks like we'll have a path to walk. So should be easy, should be a good tunnel. I think a lot of the reason why I don't like tunnels is because they're so loud. In that little tube, the noise just bounces around and it just adds so much stress to the walking. And then also it's so confined. There's maybe this optical illusion that the cars are coming faster, so I feel really pressed against the wall. So really do not like walking through tunnels. Just so stressful with all that noise and being so contained. Right now we're actually avoiding a tunnel. We're taking this road around the tunnel, so we're adding some extra time to the walking, not going such a direct route, but I just don't want to walk those tunnels. Down here is a pretty good campsite, actually a great campsite. Right by the water with some picnic tables. So I would really like to camp there. It's only 2:30 and I've only walked 15 miles, but it's Christmas and I just don't feel like walking anymore. So if there's water down there, because I don't have a ton of water, if there's water down there, I'm just gonna call it a day. If not, I'm gonna push on and I'll probably have to walk about 2 hours to get through these couple towns until I can find somewhere else to sleep. Looks like there's a campground right here, but now that I'm here, only a couple minutes later, I kind of don't want to stop. So even though there's water and it's a campground, I think I'm going to keep going just because it's too early to stop. It's only 2:30, I can't stop yet. It's 4 o'clock right now, and Savannah and I are in a pretty populated touristy area with a lot of resorts and hotels. So nowhere to camp unless there's a campground. So I'm just hoping up ahead within the next hour I can find a campground. I maybe should have stopped a little earlier. Savannah and I were just looking for a place to camp back in this field here, but it's so exposed, and this was about the only open area I've seen in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. The problem is this road I'm on and then the highway are kind of converging, so there's just this little strip of land to work with, and the left side is just all resorts and it's all fenced off, and then the right side are a lot of little houses or shops, and so there's just no real open land for me to camp on. I think in 45 minutes it looks like there's a public beach, so I'm hoping for that now. If I get there, I mean, there'll probably be some people out. It's a Friday night. Even though there's lockdown, there'll probably still be people, but it would be better than nothing, obviously, and have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of daylight left, so still some time. All right, guys, so that was Christmas Day out walking in Turkey. There's always something a little surreal about walking on a holiday, especially a big holiday like Christmas. Since I'm in a Muslim country, I don't see any signs of Christmas. There's one little Christmas tree in that city, Antalya, but other than that, there's no Christmas music, there's no lights, there's not people walking around with gifts in wrapping. And so there's sort of this strange disconnect, because I know it's an important day and that normally I would be spending it with my family and that it's supposed to have all this meaning, but at the same time, I don't see any outward signs of it. So it gets this strange feeling where I'm kind of walking this line in the middle of it being an important day and it just being an ordinary day. And Merry Christmas for me and Savannah. Merry Christmas.